feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall.
Back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is a makeup video. I'm going to be talking about how to create a wing on a hooded eye. I've got hooded eyes. I'm in my 40s. If this is the kind of video you like, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well, because it would really help my channel. So obviously I'm 44 years old. I'm going to be 45 in April this year, 2021, and I do suffer from hooded lids. Now, I have suffered from hooded lids for a long time, so I have never gotten used to doing a wing. I think I can kind of fake it a little bit sometimes with the little pens that you have and everything, but I find it very difficult, and that is because part of my eyelid here, if you can see, I'll come up really close, is sitting on top of my lid. So whenever I go to draw a wing, half of it is hidden under my eyelid, if you know what I mean. I really wanted eyelid surgery, but obviously I know that's a little bit on the extreme side. So I have a bit of a technique that I want to share with you today that sort of isn't using the pen. It doesn't need some sort of major precision, if you know what I mean, if you're going to have a bit of a wobbly hand and you have to draw weird shapes, which is what you have to do with the pen and everything. But this is a simple way of just creating a little bit of a guard and applying it and doing most of it with eyeshadow. So let's get right into it. So I've just started off. I've got a completely bare face and I'm going to take some sort of, it's like tape. You can get beauty tape, but I just basically use this sort of like paper, like packing tape, like sticky tape. It's not very sticky, but I use it to create a little guard at the side, and it's going to create sort of a wing with my eyeshadow, but it's going to obviously create a guard so that your eyeshadow doesn't fall below a certain place, because I find a lot of the times it kind of looks droopy if the eyeshadow starts to run down onto the cheek a little bit. So by creating this sort of shape, it automatically sort of lifts the eyelids up. So I'm going to place this right under my bottom lash here and face it upwards. Now I kind of want to face it as high up as possible because it's going to lift my eye more than normal. So I'm going to stick that there. So my eyeshadow is basically going to come to the paper, the stick it, and I'm going to repeat the same on the other side. So I've got my tape. Try and get it in the same sort of angle as this side. So I kind of line it up with my eyebrow. Does that look about right? This one just wants tweaking slightly. So if you line it up with the edge of your eyebrow, you cannot be too far wrong. So I know it kind of looks a little bit weird, but it's going to create a bit of a guard. I'm going to add some of the Benefit primer, which is this one, just on my eyelids, just to stop any creasing. Obviously when you're getting a little bit older, creasing is a bit of an annoying sort of thing that happens. So I'm going to pop that on my eyelid. So I'm going to be using, this is my favourite palette by the way, it's Revolution. Just the simple reloaded Velvet Rose palette. I've had it ages, absolutely love it, I use it all the time. So I'm going to just start off with a large brush, and I'm just going to use this colour here, which is almost empty, just as sort of a base colour over my lid. And obviously it doesn't matter that you hit the guard. I'll do my eyebrows and everything afterwards. Right, taking one of these brushes, I'm going to be using, again, my favourite colour. As you can see, it's used quite a lot. I'm going to be using this colour, and again I'm just going to be sort of taking it from the inside crease there, hitting the guard, as you can see, which is going to create a sharp edge when we take that off, and rubbing it into my crease. You can hit the lid a little bit as well, because we're going to fade that right in, and blending it in like so, like that, and then we're going to do the other side. Like so. So I'm going to take sort of a flat-ended brush like that, and I'm going to use my darkest shade here, which is this black colour, and we are going to, and I'm going to get my mirror for this so I can see properly, we are going to take a little bit on the end of the brush, and we're just going to rub a tiny little bit across the eyelash line here, just to create some sort of like eyeliner, but in a very soft and smoky way. You literally just have to touch the eyelash, above the eye. You literally just have to touch it. There's so much pigment in that. And then for the wingy part, we're going to touch the edge of the paper here with the brush. Now you're going to have to go quite high up, because remember, part of your, like this, part of your eyelid is going to be closed and you won't see it, so as you can see there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill in the rest with shadow, so like this. So fill that in slowly with some shadow to create the shape of a wing. You see what I'm doing there? Keep checking it when your eye is open. As you can see, it's starting to taper upwards. You could fill in a little bit more. As you can see, when my eye's open, it kind of makes a sort of a smiley shape. So I'm going to fill that little bit of a triangle in there so that it kind of looks like that's filled in too. But you have to do it when the eye is open. So don't worry about hitting the guard, because that's going to create your nice sharp edge. So like that. So yeah, you create the shape with your brush. Do it while the eye is open. Add a little bit at a time. Now it looks a bit messy here, but it'll look good once I've taken off the guard. So it kind of looks like that. We're going to repeat the same on the other side, and then we're going to take the tape off and you can have a look. Sometimes there's a little bit underneath as well, just to join that up. Right, so we're all done. I'm going to take the tape off. Can you see what I mean? How it sort of lifts up the eye. And this side. See what I mean? Like that. Now, yeah, I've got a little bit of a weird shape, but that's because I have a hood. And that's basically what you try and do when you've got like a pen. So I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow underneath. It is very subtle, as you can see, and it'll look a little bit nicer once my mascara's on as well. So I'm just going to add a little bit under my lash, because I don't have the thickest lashes anyway. Right, so that's the eyes done. Now I'm gonna obviously just tidy up, put all my foundation and makeup on, and I'll be back to you in a second. So hi guys, this is the final eye look. As you can see, my eyes, I'll put a little bit before at the side here. You can see that my eyes look like they have lifted a little bit. I don't have lashes on today, so this is a really good way of sort of lifting the eye without having to wear lashes. I sort of think that sometimes wearing fake lashes can sort of do the same trick, if you know what I mean, because it kind of gives you that sort of tapered effect, and I love tapered lashes. They just really open up the eye, but this is sort of faking it, if you know what I mean. But that's everything. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like when it's closed. Not as pretty when it's closed, but how often do you walk around with your eyes shut? Right guys, that's everything for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to give me a big thumbs up, that would be brilliant. If you want to subscribe, you can do it in the link below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I'll leave it on the screen, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.